Some people will pay almost anything for a taste.
I would spend more than $250 for this.
Does perfection have a price?
I would probably pay $1,000 to eat one of their sundaes.
We're going to find out.
It's smooth, it's sensual, it's buttery.
But you better bring lots of dough.
Yeah, almost like good sex.
Because Uberguide is counting down the world's most expensive menu items. The city of brotherly love, Philadelphia is famous for its ices, pretzels, hoagies, and above all, the iconic cheesesteak. At number 10, our countdown of the most expensive menu items begins at Philly's Barclay Prime with a $100 Philly cheesesteak.
Philadelphia is so famous for its cheesesteak. Why not take that classic and just completely change it around, you know? Throw some luxurious items in there, cheese and onions, and we thought about mushrooms, and we wanted to make it so flavorful and luxurious. We wanted to make it like the most expensive cheesesteak you could find.
Chefs get bored and they want to create. I mean, they consider themselves artists. They want to come up with something that nobody else has come up with. So this is a chance for chefs to flex their creative muscles and for consumers to get a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, now we can actually put a steak together. We'll use some grapeseed oil, which has a high smoke content, but it's neutral in flavor. Add the 1.5 pound lobster into what we like to use in the business called beurre monté, which is basically butter and water emulsified together. Take our Kobe beef, go ahead and put it right into the pan.
Kobe beef, it's the ultimate in beef. The cattle are hand massaged and fed a diet that is the equivalent of what rich humans eat. And it results in this incredibly tender beef that's almost not like beef. It's like beef that's been taken to a whole different level of tenderness and succulence.
We want to serve it medium rare. Season it with a little salt and pepper at this point. I'm pretty aggressive with my seasoning. Meat takes a lot of seasoning. I put handfuls. We'll grab our cheesesteak bun. It's made in-house. It's an artisanal bun. Black peppercorns. We're gonna pop that into a 350-degree oven for about 4 to 5 minutes just to heat up. Grab a little of the caramelized onion, which is over here. And of course, you gotta add the truffle butter. Now you're trying to emulsify all the liquid that's in here together. So it creates almost like a sauce for your steak. We're definitely there. So we're gonna take the cheesesteak over, the actual meat. See, it's still nice and got a little bit of rareness to it, which makes it very, very lovely. Right onto that, right onto the bun. Can never skimp with the fat, in my opinion. Now we got our butter poached lobster. Take some of your Taleggio cheese. We're just gonna drizzle that right on top. Now the fun part, and that's taking your fresh truffles. You know, I like different textures. You know, thinner the better. You know, you just start at one side and it's like dealing 21. Here we take some of the house-made mustard right on top. Now you flip your bun right over on top here. Give it a little push. You don't want to push it too hard because it is a delicate steak. Cut that right in half. You go ahead and plate it up. And that's your $100 cheesesteak.
Food is really the only art form or craft that excites all the senses. It's not just something you watch. It's not just something you listen to. It's something you touch, taste, feel, smell, really experience.
That's amazing.
Even better than it looks, right?
Best cheesesteak ever had.
To people who are connoisseurs of food, it's well worth the price of World Series tickets to have a once-in-a-lifetime food experience.
How's the cheesesteak this evening?
So good.
Is the wine going good with that?
It's such a great pairing.
Good. Well, enjoy the rest of your meal.
Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by.
Philadelphia is so famous for its cheesesteak. I even love them. I go all the time to get cheesesteak. They're so good. But we wanted to take it to that next level, and that's what we did. We wanted to keep building it, We'll keep reinventing it every year, Nothing's ever set in stone, but the cheesesteak will never come off this menu.
For our next uber expensive dish, we're hopping the pond to London, England, and the Kai Mayfair restaurant. Now, $200 might sound steep for a bowl of soup, but Buddhist monks will jump the monastery wall to get a slurp of our number 9 menu item.
A monk was walking along the street one day. He smelled this wonderful scent of a soup, and it was coming from behind the wall. And basically, he had to jump over the wall to have a look because it smelled so good. That's apparently where the name of the soup comes from. We did not design this purely to gain attention. It's part of our menu. So this is the first stage of a process which is going to take probably close to 3 days of cooking. Very often you think of Chinese food as flash frying, very fast cooking. But actually with the really precious ingredients, and this soup in particular, it's all about making the cooking process as slow as possible. Now, the first step, we have chicken, we have corn-fed chicken. We actually use 1 whole chicken for a single bowl of soup, so you get a flavor which is really intense, really strong, and chicken soup like how it's supposed to be. And you have a ham, a Spanish ham, wonderful flavor. And we have dried orange peel, and we have dried longans. And this basically will then go into a steamer for 7 hours. If you cook it too quickly, the stock tends to be very cloudy, and it's absolutely essential that you get a very pure, clear taste. After 7 hours, it's not over yet. The stock still has to be concentrated further, and 2 more ingredients are added. So we have the basic stock, which we've now finished, and now we add another chicken inside. We add the abalone, and we add the Japanese flower mushroom, which is going to give this particular stock, which we call the superior stock, a very unique flavor with the mushroom and abalone inside.
If you take the whole chicken, a really good chicken, and you make a stock out of that, and then you throw it away and put another chicken in that stock and keep making the stock out of that, you're gonna have a stock that's unlike anything you're accustomed to. It's gonna be richer, it's gonna have a better color, it's gonna be like a chicken in a cup.
We actually serve this soup in 3 parts. The first part is basically a bowl which has the abalone inside. It usually takes about a year for the abalone to grow an inch, which is why it's so expensive. And the second part is basically with the chicken and some of the cordyceps. We use wild ginseng. The difference between, I suppose, the wild and the farm ginseng, I suppose the difference between good wine and bad wine. And in the next bowl, we have the sea cucumber and the dried scallops with the Japanese flower mushroom.
Connoisseurs of Chinese cuisine love the shark's fin and the abalone. They are rare, they do have very unique textures, and a lot of Asian connoisseurship is about the texture more than the flavor.
Now each bowl has to be covered up and sealed with cling film. Every little drop of flavor stays in. And then off to the steamer again, 4 more hours cooking, so that's quite a long time. Well, Alex, the customers have been waiting for 5 days for this. So we have wolf breeze in there with the chicken, and the next bit is the abalone completed. The final bowl, and one last thing to do is the gold. The Chinese people love the symbolism in their food. So gold represents prosperity and good fortune. Taste-wise, it does not add that much to the dish, but someone eating that dish deserves as much prosperity and good fortune as they can.
That seems to be a whole amalgamation of flavors.
Try soup.
The abalone, what can I say? I mean, I love abalone seafood.
Fishy.
A bit too fishy. I don't really like it.
Wow. Wow, that's really good.
No chance. Not a hope in hell.
The flavor doesn't stop. It's kind of just like living in my mouth. That's really nice.
That is good.
It's got all the taste of the seas in it. I love it.
Apart from the wonderful flavor, apart from the fact that it's the only soup you can have which has gold in it, and the only place in the world where you can try the most expensive soup in the world.
When we return, an ice cream treat that's as good as gold with a price tag that's out of this world. Next on Uberguide. Manhattan has more than its share of expensive menu items. And Norma's at New York's Parker Meridian Hotel makes our countdown with a special little dish. Most people would call it an omelet, but when it costs $1,000 to order one, we'll call our number 8 item a frittata, a zillion-dollar frittata.
Well, Norma's is a really special place because it really is the only restaurant that I know of that has completely focused and specialized on breakfast. We basically take eggs, pancakes, waffles, toast, you name it, and we say, well, what can we do with it that really makes it extraordinary? We decided that we would have this frittata that includes an entire lobster, along with putting 10 ounces of caviar on it and calling it the zillion-dollar frittata.
The first thing we are going to do is to season the lobster tail, because it's going salt and pepper, okay? And this goes separate all by itself. We are going to slice the lobster claws.
A lot of these luxury items, they don't necessarily taste objectively fantastic. They're more about the once-in-a-lifetime experience. But I think this frittata is really good.
We are going to season the eggs, a little bit of chives, and a little bit of the lobster sauce, the tamale.
And the chef actually uses some of the juice of cooking the lobster as well in the frittata. So it's not overwhelming, but just the right blend.
And now we are going to start cooking the eggs, the frittata itself. So you make slightly layers, small layers of eggs, and while the eggs are cooking, we are going to slice the lobster tail. Okay, now the omelette has become nice and fluffy. The sauce, the lobster sauce, the caviar.
If you love caviar as I do, this is the way to do it.
This is the zillion-dollar frittata.
I think if somebody were to say to me, pick one of these items and you can have it for free, I would probably take the frittata at Norma's. It's simple, it's really a good combination of ingredients. It's not just expensive for expensive sake.
It's yummy.
It's very good. It's a good mixture of salty and sweet and buttery. It's really good.
Can you please try this? It's very good.
Yeah. Okay, let me call you right back. What am I eating? A
frittata with caviar, lobster. How do you like it?
It's good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Good? That's good.
Oh, that's delicious.
Is it?
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. $1,000.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow! Really? Where? Is it my money?
If I was rich.
But I'd still rather go away for $1,000.
Now that you've spent $1,000 on brunch, this is no time to cheap out on dessert. It's time to head across town where you can join the lineup for Serendipity's famous ice cream creations. This is no health food joint, and at $1,000, the Golden Opulent Sundae may be the ultimate statement in self-indulgence.
Serendipity is just kind of an old spot that's honored by New Yorkers, and Marilyn Monroe used to come, and Jackie Onassis used to come. It's just kind of glamorous. And
Kate Beckinsale ate here?
That's what Oprah says.
She says if you have to beg for a steal, you have to come get the frozen hot chocolate.
Just to experience, a little bit of New York that hasn't changed.
Serendipity is famous for its frozen hot chocolate
Very good.
and extravagant ice cream creations.
A little bit of indulgence and whimsy and fun.
If you've got a sweet tooth, this is a place where you can really go for broke.
For Serendipity's 50th anniversary in 2004, we wanted to come up with something that would be spectacular, so we did it. We have 14-karat gold leaf that we line our Baccarat crystal goblet with. Then we have a mix of chocolates, which is Amadea Porcelana, which is the most expensive chocolate in the world. And we have Chow chocolate from Venezuela. It's the rarest chocolate in the world. Then we have our Tahitian vanilla ice cream, which is infused with Madagascar vanilla. And we're going to take our gold leaf Tahitian vanilla ice cream. And we always like to make sure we have a little extra gold leafing on there.
This is a sundae for grown-ups. This is serious sundae. It's got luxury ingredients in it from all over the world.
Candied fruit from Fauchon in Paris, and top that off with some more of the chocolate, almonds covered with edible gold, truffles, marzipan cherries, an exquisite gold candied flour, and they take about 8 hours to make, and it's completely edible. And last but not least, the only dessert caviar in the world. And it gets held up here, chilled by the ice cream.
Caviar that's essentially been turned into a candy. And what it does is it really raises a dessert item to the level of a lot of these other things like foie gras and truffles and caviar by incorporating some of these same ingredients and techniques.
Where to start?
It's the best ingredients in the world, the richest ingredients in the world, and that's what sets it apart from any other dessert.
The sundae is served in a crystal goblet with a golden spoon.
You get to keep the goblet, but you don't get to keep the spoon.
If I had $1 million, I'd order a $1,000 sundae.
All very distinct tasting.
Did you bring the Amex?
I'm way past the courting stage. I'm not trying to impress her with a $1,000 sundae.
The gold leaf mixes in with the flavors, so you can't really taste it, but has a bit of a texture.
I think this sundae is such an over-the-top, once-in-a-lifetime thing that if few people get together and have it, it might be kind of fun.
I would probably pay $1,000 to eat one of their sundaes. It's wonderful.
I'd rather spend my money on clothes.
Coming up, sweets for my sweet, the saying goes. And at $2,600 a pound, these handcrafted chocolates should be very endearing.
Almost like good sex.
It might be small-town Connecticut, but this is no small-time chocolate shop. Coming in at number 6 on our countdown of the most expensive menu items is Nip-Shilled Chocolatier, offering handcrafted chocolate truffles at $2,600 a pound.
Are the culinary arts arts in the same way that music is an art or painting is an art? Well, they're a little different. They're more on the order of craft. But some of these people are really great at what they do. They have incredible skills, just like a painter or a composer.
Once you understand the chocolate, you're always going to get good results at the end.
Chocolate is cheap, but it can be made into a luxury item by a great chocolatier, just as paint is cheap, but it can be made into a luxury item by a great painter.
It is very rare in the industry that you see chocolates made by hand. Really nobody is doing this anymore.
Fritz and his team make chocolate the old-fashioned way.
What's really nice about hand molding chocolate is that you can get your centers, the ganaches, the fillings to be super soft, super creamy, because you are creating this hard shell and you can have this quite liquid filling in the center.
The center of this chocolate is what makes it so expensive, a French Périgord black truffle.
The chocolate truffle is a way to bring an element of luxury to a chocolate truffle by putting a real truffle in it.
So we take the truffle and we cover it completely in dark, 70% melted chocolate.
So this is the simple maneuver. Just let it slide on the chocolate.
It creates a nice shell, which is a great bite when you bite into the truffle, that you have that little tiny crust bite. After that, we place it in the cocoa powder and we simply shake the pan. We don't want to touch the truffle itself. And after that, we remove it and put it on a white plate and it's ready to be eaten. Mostly men giving it to their ladies. Hello.
Hi.
This is our famous $250 truffle. Enjoy.
Thank you.
And in the middle. First, you can't really smell the truffle from the outside because it's enclosed in the dark chocolate. But then when you cut it open, all these aromas and senses start to come out. It's just amazing.
You have a truffle, chocolate truffles, which are called truffles because they look like truffles, but they're not actually truffles. But then you put a truffle inside of one. So it's a very sophisticated culinary joke.
I love it.
This is amazing. I've never had anything like this.
It's very delicate. It's salty, but it's sweet. It's very well balanced.
The texture is wonderful. It's creamy and chunky and chewy and gooey all at the same time. I would spend more than $250 for this. It's wonderful.
It's a perfect balance. It's like almost like good sex.
I'd come back for this.
It's absolutely delicious. I want to have another piece.
Sex and chocolate. It sounds like a fantasy come true. And now we travel to an entire city where fantasy reigns supreme, Las Vegas. You can work up quite an appetite at the tables, and when these high rollers take a break, chances are they're hungry for an Uber snack. Mandalay Bay takes our number 5 spot, but $5,000 for a burger? The folks at the Fleur de Lis restaurant think it's worth every cent.
We offer something, completely unique here. We call it the Fleur Burger 5000. We're elevating the American hamburger to a level that it's never seen before. See, this is the fresh Kobe beef here. If you can see it's really, really nice in the marbling. All the fat you have in there, that's where the flavor is, right? As if there wasn't enough flavor, start cooking it in clarified butter just to give it an extra. This is the foie gras, right? One of God's great gifts to man. Looks a little thick right now, but when he sears it in the pan, the fat renders out and you have a nice, beautiful piece of caramelized foie gras. This is one of the most decadent sauces on the planet, right? Red wine, fresh truffle, truffle oil. Here are the magical little guys themselves. We're gonna mix that with a little truffle oil, put it on that bun. Same lovely truffle flavor. It's gonna be beautiful.
All the truffles, all the foie gras you can possibly eat all at once. And so that's what these very expensive casino items I think are really about. They're about keeping the money in the casino, or if somebody's a high enough roller, you might give something like that to them for free. Hey, it's only $5,000. If they're betting 50, they're sure to lose more than 5.
The Fleur Burger is garnished with handmade fries and truffle sauce. But what beverage could possibly do justice to such a decadent creation?
This is one of the most sought-after wines in the world. 1990 Chateau Petrus. That wine is really, really amazing. Not a finer wine in the world.
The rare wine must be carefully decanted before it's served.
Right there, we stop so that we don't get any of that sediment in the wine. With a bottle this good, you definitely don't want sediment in your wines. We serve it in this beautiful Eichendorff crystalware. This is a really, really special glass here. You'll see if you can see the tip of it is lipped like so. It's perfect for Bordeaux. It makes the wine hit your palate at just the right point. No detail is left out when you get to this one. You swirl the wine a little bit, let some oxygen get in there, let it wake up after 1990. It's been a little while in that bottle.
Each Fleur Burger 5000 comes with an official certificate and a complimentary pair of crystal glasses.
The casino culture presents this unique opportunity to just do the most expensive possible thing you can do for the sake of doing it, because some people are all of a sudden going to be rich. This is a fantasy. Vegas is a fantasy.
Now, to accompany your Fleur Burger, there's no normal condiments. Here we have a selection of amazing sea salts. This white one here is called Fleur de Sel. It's actually scraped off the rocks in France, down by the sea. This one here is a black volcanic sea salt. And this one here is also Hawaiian salt. This is also coming from Hawaii, a little red color to it as well. Then we have some cracked black pepper, homemade Dijon mustard. It's house-made here with our own white wine, fresh herbs, And then, of course, we have a little extra bit of the truffle sauce for you if you'd like to add that to your burger. So your Kobe beef Fleur burger 5,000.
Wow, looks great.
Whatever.
Fantastic. It's very exotic. The flavors and tastes I have never had in a burger before. Very nice. It's a great combination.
This is the place where you come and you're blown away by the intensity of the flavors. Each element adds a little bit more to the bankroll. There's nothing held back on this. I mean, if someone wants to spend $5,000 on a burger, they're going to get, a $5,000 burger.
When we return, why does a little cocktail cost 10,000 smackers? Find out next on Uberguide. We've tackled the $100 Philly cheesesteak and jumped the wall for a $200 bowl of soup. The zillion-dollar frittata was topped off with a $1,000 sundae. After you've experienced $2,600 a pound chocolates and a $5,000 hamburger, you won't be surprised by the cost of our next precious delicacy. In the number 4 position, Persicus Iranian caviar at $7,600 a kilo from New York's Petrosian.
The most expensive caviar that we have right now is the Imperial Special Reserve Persicus. It's from Iran, and it's the highest grade of Cetra.
Caviar is one of the classic, rare, expensive foods. It's been a connoisseur item since the imperial days of Russia. And what Petrosian is offering is a particularly high grade of caviar. It's the caviar lover's caviar. So it's very expensive per gram. But also Petrosian has an amazing service. And so it's this amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience. And the nice thing about Petrosian is you can get just a little bit of it. You don't have to get a whole kilogram of it. You can just go in and get a few grams for a few $100s and get a taste of what that's like.
This is the caviar room. This is where we pack the caviar from the original tins.
Marta, she is our main packet caviar over here. So she's going to show us exactly what we do with the Ortiz.
The price of an original tin like this is over $10,000 for the Persicus specifically. As soon as the original tin is open, we grade it. At this point, you look for the quality of the caviar itself. Consistency is very important. The color for the Persicus is very important. More importantly, the taste.
The process that she's doing is very important to maneuver the caviar in a way that the eggs don't break. The caviar is going to look nice and beautiful all the time because presentation is very important.
It's so fragile, so we are so careful when we pack it. So, for us, it's the same way. When you put it in your mouth, we don't want it to be broken.
It's truly divine. There's no better high. You just can't beat it.
You don't chew the caviar, you just have it in your mouth for a while and then to have all the flavor ready. You can put it on the toast, but you don't really spray it, you just put on the toast.
The most expensive caviar, and the reason it is the most expensive caviar is because the sturgeon has to be older, the beads will be bigger, and that specific grading of Persicus is very rare to find.
We prefer to serve vodka with caviar because vodka has a clean taste and it's perfect for caviar. To eat caviar, the best way is to have it as pure as possible. And you should really avoid onions, capers, and anything, because then you don't taste really what you are having. And you should also not use the silver because it has a bad reaction with the caviar. This was done for Petrosian. This is a golden palette.
Well, Petrosian is about a whole fantasy. It's not just about the food, not just the fish eggs that are the caviar, but it's about the accompaniments, the gold spoon, the beautiful crystal service, all the accompanying things. So you feel like you're at the Tsar's court for just a few moments. And when you think about it, it's a lot cheaper than flying to Russia and going back in time.
Caviar feels this whole sensual sensation thing. I mean, it rolls down the tongue, it's smooth, it's sensual, it's buttery, and then suddenly it just kind of pulses through the body and you just suddenly feel alive. I mean, there's no other way to express it but alive.
I think the caviar it's very romantic. So I think that's one of the reasons why people, they are very, they dream about caviar.
It's feel good.
Once you start to indulge in the caviar and all your senses are aroused by it, then I would say it's much more alluring than almost anything you could do.
Maybe because it's so expensive and because it's so rare, that you do feel pressed to savor it.
It's all in the taste and the roundness or the saltiness or the sweetness or just the way it rolls and just floods you. I mean, it's just divine. So I don't know.
Do more caviar in the future.
Sometimes it costs a fortune to arouse the senses of a New Yorker. That's why you'll find thirsty couples at the bar of Manhattan's legendary Algonquin Hotel, where you can order our #3 pick, the $10,000 martini.
The hotel is so steeped in New York culture, from the literary community to Broadway, the Round Table, and Dorothy Parker and Robert Benchley. It's a lot of fun.
Almost as legendary as the hotel is its bartender.
Mr. Hoy has been here for 30 years. We have guests that fly in from Europe, all over the country, to come see Mr. Hoy.
Good martini. Well, I put it this way. Always, the gin had to balance the vermouth. Before he take the drink, you already smell the gin right in the nose, you know. Then you know that's good one.
But this particular martini has a special secret ingredient.
In 2004, they created something that was just over the top, which is our martini on the rocks, which includes a cocktail ring or an engagement ring. Our house jeweler can select that with the guest who is looking to have a special occasion. It'll be something that you'll remember forever. It's certainly very unique. It's something your future bride will be very receptive of and remember for the rest of her life.
What you're doing is you're providing a way for maybe someone who's not a millionaire to have a few minutes of a millionaire's experience. I mean, a middle-class person might spend $10,000 on an engagement ring, and why not give the diamond in style like this? It's only going to cost the extra $10 for the martini part of it.
The steep price tag was worth it to Joe, who knew his proposal to Melissa had to stand out.
Oh, that's so wonderful. You were the one who put the ring in the drink.
Melissa always said she didn't want to get engaged by just, going to a restaurant and having, flowers delivered and everything else like that.
And I wanted something more. I wanted to make sure that, really, really wanted to do it.
Everybody could see our love, is what she said.
Yeah. And
isn't that great?
And everybody still sees it.
Could there be a better place to propose than the Algonquin Hotel? It's probably one of the most unusual, interesting, historical places. You certainly, if you propose there, you're sending a message that you have great taste.
And the waiter tried to give her the martini knowing that there was a diamond ring in it, and she didn't order that and was very particular about that point to the gentleman. And so refused the drinks and didn't want them and nothing. So finally I said, I'll just take the drink. Put it down in front of me. Had a little straw that was with it and tried to dig the ring out of the drink, which took a couple of minutes in itself as my hand was shaking very badly.
And I still didn't realize what it was. I thought it was ice.
I think it's a pretty clever gimmick because diamonds have this property that they're pretty much invisible when they're placed underwater. And so as long as the person you're buying the drink for doesn't swallow the diamond, it's really neat because it's not immediately apparent that it's in there.
It couldn't have been any better. It was exactly what I wanted. And this has been like the best thing in my entire life. So now I have the best thing, I have the best person, and I'm happy. Oh, so cute.
She doesn't refuse any more martinis. She looks at it first.
Yeah, but now I look at it just to make sure there's nothing in it.
She won't drink it, but she doesn't refuse it. Cheers.
Joe's proposal to Melissa was rock solid.
Worth every penny.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Next, we journey to Beijing to feast like an emperor when Uberguide Search for the World's Most Expensive Menu Items returns. We now journey to Beijing, a bustling metropolis with gastronomic traditions that stretch back thousands of years. Here, close to the Summer Palace, we find the #2 pick in our countdown, the Emperor's Banquet at Fangshan Restaurant, a bargain at $13,465. This unique restaurant is located in a group of ancient buildings in Beihai Park, once an imperial playground, complete with historic buildings and picturesque lakes. Visitors are greeted by dancers dressed in the traditional style of the Qing dynasty, which lasted from 1644 to 1911. Fangshan Restaurant was established in 1925 by chefs of the Imperial Kitchen, who were put out of work by the collapse of the dynasty. It's Beijing's most famous imperial restaurant, and waitresses serve customers according to the customs of the Qing Palace.
Well, the thing to understand about Asian food culture is that it's not just about how the food tastes. It's about the magical properties of the food, the aphrodisiac properties, the curative properties. And so this banquet is not just for the taste buds, it's a banquet for the body and soul. And so there's a very high value placed on these rare foods. The Chinese believe that these things will make them live longer, have a better sex life, be smarter, and so they're willing to pay a premium for that.
The Emperor's Banquet is an opportunity to step back in time and taste the luxury of palace life.
There are over 350 unique courses that served over 3 days, and usually consist of wild game, exotic animals, and seafood. And it's about $1,500 per person.
Beijing cuisine has its own distinctive style and elegant seasonings. Using cooking methods such as deep frying, roasting, instant boiling, stir frying, and stewing, Beijing cuisine tastes crisp, fresh, and tender. The banquet starts with a dish called Celestial Frog Looking at the Moon, which is in fact frog-shaped abalone. This may be your first chance to try camel's paw with scallion. Mandarin duck-shaped steamed prawns is like a handcrafted work of art whose beauty is only exceeded by its flavor. Take a chance with exotic dishes like sea cucumber with shark skin, deep-fried pork meat with pigeon eggs, steamed stuffed bean curd with vegetables, roast mutton and pigeon, webbed goose feet with sauce, and a fan-shaped spray of Chinese vegetables.
We're actually here celebrating the financing of his company, so it's a special occasion for us to celebrate.
Well, congratulations. What do you think about the food?
Oh, it's very nice. It's very elegant, and it's really delicious.
Well, food is fabulous, and this is the reason why we come here all the time. It's very unique. It's a very special setting, so it's been great.
The Fengchang restaurant was typically popularized by tourist groups from Japan and Singapore, but now it's being used by everyone for major birthday celebrations. The royalty eats here from all over the world, and people come here to close major business deals. So it's been an overall royal banquet for those people that need to impress.
If you've ever wanted to dine like a king, the Emperor's Feast at Fangshan Restaurant will give you a taste of the good life and a royal-sized bill of $13,465. When we return, we go deep into an exclusive cellar to reveal the world's oldest drinkable bottle of wine. Stay tuned for our #1 most expensive menu item next on Uberguide. For our #1 most expensive menu item, we're off to the sunny Caribbean. Rum is the drink you'd expect to find here, but we're hunting for a very special and very expensive bottle of wine. Rudesheimer Apostlewein, vintage 1727, yours for $200,000. This German wine, which may be the oldest bottle of drinkable wine in the world, can be found on the menu of Nassau's Grey Cliff Hotel. An 18th century Georgian mansion, the Grey Cliff is a boutique hotel with 29 luxurious rooms and a 5-star restaurant.
The atmosphere here is wonderful, and the service is excellent. Otherwise, I wouldn't come here.
The Grey Cliff also has its own cigar factory, managed by a Cuban who created the legendary Cohiba, Fidel Castro's favorite cigar.
Come this way.
But the real treat is the 175,000 bottle wine cellar.
You got me?
It's one of the largest in the world.
The collection that I have here might be worth probably close to $20 million.
Special occasions, anniversaries, birthdays, you name it, we have it. Any year you were born, we have a wine from that particular year.
Here, you could spend big bucks on such showstoppers as the 1900 Chateau Margaux for $8,000, or the 1875 Chateau d'Yquem for $18,000.
The most expensive wine I've ever sold was a Chateau d'Yquem, 1868, and it was $26,000 a bottle.
But they all pale in comparison to the 1727 Rudesheimer Apostlewein. Bottled in the era of Isaac Newton, this extremely rare vintage came from Germany's Rheingau region, the middle section of the Rhine River Valley. Here, the Riesling grapes grow on the steep south-facing slopes, close to the river which tempers the climate. The wine and the Rhine draw visitors to the town of Rudesheimer, where this special vintage was bottled over 3 centuries ago.
When you're talking about wine, you're into a slightly different world. People who are into wine are into it like it's a religion. And the ultra rare bottle of wine that maybe there's only one of it left in the world is like the equivalent of having a religious epiphany. And people are willing to pay for that, but to be the only person to have tasted this rare item, is it objectively all that good? I don't know, you can get really good wine for $30 or $40, but everybody else can get that wine.
We tend to spend quite a lot on fine wines because to get a good wine, you have to spend relatively large amounts of money.
I think it's the mystique of the wine. I think it has a lot to do with just the cachet, and actually being able to say, I drank a $5,000 bottle of wine.
They say wine gets better with age, but questions remain to be answered. Is the wine still good, or has it turned to vinegar?
I drank a wine 1795 and 1779 there. They were fantastic, you know? But they were fantastic because you had your mind frame. For sure it's the most expensive, but it's not the best wine that you can drink at Grey Cliff,
Wine is an amazing thing. It can hold up for hundreds of years if it's been properly stored in a cellar at a cool temperature. It's definitely there are chances, there are risks that it's going to turn to vinegar. And so when you buy a super expensive bottle, often it's a good idea to buy two. But you can definitely have great wine that's 200-300 years old. And it just gets better until it gets ruined.
It would have to be a very special occasion to spend $200,000 on a bottle of wine.
Would I ever buy it? I would love to say yes, but I'm afraid I'm not in that price range.
On a boat, yes. On a bottle of wine, no.
I almost sold it for $150,000, but the boss said it wasn't enough.
You want it, you pay.
What would I do for a glass of this wine? I would sleep with any woman.
If the wine's still good, exactly how good is it? It will cost you a mere $200,000 to find out. And that puts the bottle of 1727 Rudesheimer Apostlewein in the #1 position on our list. The quest for the ultimate flavor takes strange and exotic forms. It's a costly journey that many desire and few can afford. But you'll know that you've hit the delicious jackpot when you've dug into an extraordinary delicacy on Uberguide's list of the world's most expensive menu items.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah.